Satnam. My name's Tiaga Prem, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Dharma Temple in Vancouver. I'm also one of the head teachers for the Aquarian Luminosity Leadership and Lifestyle course that we have at Dharma Temple. It starts in October. It's 6 months long, just one weekend per month, and anyone is welcome. We've had people travel from different cities, and then also people right here in Vancouver take the course. What's so valuable about this course is that it can be challenging to be consistent in your commitment to using these effective techniques of yoga and meditation. And being in a community, a small community of 12 to 15 students who are also doing the same work as you, will give you the vigor and the gusto, that's a good word, to really step into yourself as a teacher and as a leader and as somebody who can do this and to use these techniques for what they're for, and that is to reveal the best version of yourself. The other thing I would love to recommend to you that would benefit you so much to take this course is listening. Listening is one of the hardest things to practice in yoga. It's also one of the hardest things to teach in yoga. And making space for 1 weekend a month for 6 months is going to provide all kinds of opportunities in your home practice as well as in the group sadhanas and the group sessions to really listen. Not listen to this is the way you're supposed to practice, or this is the way that so-and-so practiced 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago. Nothing about belief systems or anything dogmatic, but can you use these techniques and technologies as a scientist, as a yogi, to explore who you really are in relationship to your life, and then use the techniques to really hear, where do I go with this now? How do I make the most of my life to show up as the best version of me? So I hope that just listening to these couple of insights will inspire you to step out and to really take advantage of this unique opportunity to study with myself, Tiaga Prem, and my partner, SJ, at the Dharma Temple. Hope to see you soon. The program starts in October. See you there. Satnam.
So what is the Dharma Temple and why did you start it?
The Dharma Temple is a spiritual center or a meditation center. I kind of like to call it, we started off with this idea that we call it a spiritual center, but it becomes kind of a loaded word. So I think maybe it's a meditation center, because the goal of all the yoga is meditation. The goal of any kind of pursuit that I do and teach is to move into a state of meditation. And a state of meditation is mental clarity. And there are so many ways to achieve mental clarity. You could do it through spiritual practices, you could do it through physical practices, but eventually there's going to become a moment where you go, there has to be more than just a surface-based reality, and I'm going to need to do something with all of this nonsense in my head so that I could be present enough to enjoy my life. And I mean that in a simple way. When I'm at my home doing the chores around the house, that's what I'm doing. I'm giving my attention to that. When I'm talking to a student, I'm there, I'm present, I'm giving my attention to them. That comes out of a meditation practice. True presence, So we started a place called the Dharma Temple so that we could teach that as the primary focus without people saying, oh, well, if you taught this type of exercise, then more people would come. Or if you did it this way. And for me, it's like I've given my life to this practice because I know that it has the capacity to deal with some of the major issues that we're having today with stress and anxiety, even things like dementia being a big fear for people, that the thinking mind stops working before the physical body. So providing an environment where people learn to meditate so that they can be free in their life, to be themselves. That's the whole purpose of it. And there's yoga that is leading to meditation, and there are ritualistic items in the shop that will support you in your meditation. And when I say meditation, I mean concentration practices that will eventually lead to an experience of meditation, and meditation being this state of total presence. We want it to be anything that provides that mental clarity. Anything that heals, brings healing into a person's life, anything that brings elevation or awareness of who you really are.
Like, what are people walking away after 5-6 months of spending time at the Dharma Temple?
Yeah, I've seen some incredible things, where people are finding more fulfillment in their relationships, or leaving unhealthy relationships, or creating healthier relationships with substance, or creating a healthier relationship with their physical body, or creating a healthier like finding community. I mean, that, to me, that's a huge one, because I taught in yoga and meditation circles for a long time where people punch in and punch out, and I don't really see that at Dharma Temple. I see it as a community space where, once you start practicing there are people who really get to know you and who really support you to express yourself as who you are. And it's a safe space where you can be open and be you, and learn some techniques that are going to support you to do that without any sort of fear or apprehension when you're outside of those walls.